I'm Dexter. We are at Launch Garage, and today we are building a Biker Scout costume. This is your holster. It goes on the right boot. And your blaster goes in there. This is not a approval blaster, by the way. This is a Nerf gun. So don't buy one of these because you won't get approved by the 501st. But if you're not joining the 501st, no problem. Get one of these. They're very light, painted black, you're good. So the way you do this is, let me just check on the CRL. Scrolling. Okay, for the 501st, these need to be secured at these points with rivets. Silver rivets, okay? For the 501st. For those who are not interested in joining the 501st, Velcro. All right? So, right leg, 501st, rivets, or Velcro. Now, some people, because they use fiberglass or 3D printed blasters, those are kind of heavy. So they kind of drag the boot down like this because they're heavy. So what some people do is they stitch a loop into the leg which attaches to your calf, which will hold the boot up. Little secret there. So that's how you assemble the boot with the holster for your blaster. Biker Scout knees. Here we go. So you need elastic or garters to go around, create a loop for your knees. Okay, they are either 12 millimeters or ½ inch or 20 millimeters 3/4 inch. Okay, for here's an example. All right, so you gotta do a little stitching. And this is optional for the 501st. There's another one that goes somewhere around here, and I think it's secured by rivets. Okay, but that is optional according to the costume reference library. That extra strap is optional. The Biker Scout or Scout Trooper belt. This is gonna be a bit complicated and involved, so I suggest after watching this that you go to 501st Pathfinders Detachment on the web or on Facebook. You'll get help there. So I'll help you as much as I can, but if you're joining the 501st, then you better check the CRL, join the forum, or join the Facebook page. So here we go. This is a classic belt. It's a legacy belt. Nowadays, if you're joining the 501st, this would not be approved, okay? But if you're not, then it's good enough. All right, here we go. This is the front of the belt. These are side boxes, left and right, okay? Now the way to assemble this is you get some 2-inch webbing and you rivet this to the webbing, okay? Rivet this to the webbing. And then, to create a lock closure in the back, you need to put Velcro, all right? So you can sew it on, or get industrial Velcro and then stitch it on. The stitching will help because that adhesive will come off eventually. Okay, so we now have a belt and we have a closure in the back. And just put these guys aside. Now we will discuss the drop boxes. All right? These guys, okay? They have webbing going through them and these clips. Okay, again, these are legacy or classic. Nowadays, these would not be approved. Please check the CRL. These guys, drop boxes. these guys attach to the front and side of the belt. Okay, so they go here. And another in the back. So they go here. And there's another in the back. So we can just close that up and put this aside. Velcro. This is a very battle-worn belt. But thank you, Billy Montinola, for lending us your costume. Okay. So there. All right. Goes like that around your waist, according to the CRL, not your hips. Now, the most fun part of the belt of the Biker Scout, the thermal detonator. Okay, this again is the classic or old school or legacy, as they like to call it in the 501st. When you get a kit, most of the time the kit comes with the hose, the cap, and 2 clips that allows you to attach the thermal detonator to the back of your belt. And also there are greeblies or detail parts that go in front of the thermal detonator. These are required for 501st approval. Now, if you want more detailed information about how to build the thermal detonator, go to the Pathfinders forum on the web or on Facebook. They will help you. Biker Scout chest armor. This is fairly straightforward. So this is it. This is the legacy version. What you might want to consider is that in the days of the 3D printer, you can now have your armor scaled to you. Okay? So this is, as you know, this is a lot smaller because Billy is a big guy, and this actually belongs to a lady. So it's scaled for her. Alrighty? So the only thing you have to think about when it comes to this is that this here indentation, there's a 1/2 inch strap for it. So you can put a strap there, which attaches to the back plate that holds them together. Now you can use a strap with Velcro, or you can use an elastic with Velcro. When you assemble this, you can put Velcro here and Velcro here, and the same on the other side. And you can get elastic or straps and put Velcro on those as well, and then cross them over to hold them together. Okay? Now, depending on your body, this will be adjusted appropriately. All right? But what you want to note is on the top of the straps, it is part of the costume to have white elastic to cover the gap, okay, to cover the cut. That's what these are for. Okay, so you normally just get 2-inch straps and sew them on. Let me just check the CRL for that. Yep, it's called the shoulder bridge, and on the CRL, nope, no measurements on those. Okay, so you might want to ask the Pathfinders for that, but on the CRL, nothing. Okay, so there we go. You need elastic to cover that. Okay, so we go to the back of the chest part. We need the back plate. This is the back plate, and on the back plate is a very distinctive part of the Biker Scout, the tank. Alrighty? And this is attached by a rivet. Alright, so you drill through that, drill through the other side, and put a rivet. Let's just check the rivet. Again, I encourage you to check the CRL for further details regarding this. But as far as we are concerned right now, this is a tank topper. It goes on top of the tank. On our legacy version, you can see the pinstriping, all right? And you can see the strips. Again, this is legacy, no longer approvable, but just to give you an example of what it's supposed to look like. Alrighty? So that is it for the chest armor. Biker Scout shoulder bell, bicep, forearm. Okay, this is very straightforward. Take your shoulder bell, you attach or glue elastic onto it, and ta-da, you're done. Okay? Bicep. This, the kit normally comes with the kit, comes with T-bits. Okay? You glue them onto the bicep. And then you attach elastic onto it again. It goes here. There you go. For the bicep. And this is the forearm. Okay? So, again, elastic or garter goes on the forearm. Now, some people prefer to have these guys a bit snug, but they're not really formed for their bicep or their arm. So what they do is they stick foam under their flight suits, or they adhesive foam directly onto the armor. So that's a way to make them snug. Biker Scout soft pieces. You're going to need a vest. You're going to need a neck seal. You're going to need a balaclava. You're going to need a flight suit. You're going to need gloves. You can contact Billy Montinola. You're going to need a cummerbund with pouches and a codpiece. These are all tailored to fit to the wearer. So again, for gloves, contact Billy Montinola, or if you need this stuff, you can contact me. No worries. So that is it for the Biker Scout. Again, if you need further information and if you're really fanatical about it, go to the Pathfinders or check the CRL for Biker Scout on the 501st Forum. Thank you very much.